Hi everyone, this is Tatina, and I am wanting to communicate with you for the first time on video about Soul Peace Jewelry and the event that I'm going to be holding on July 18th. It's a little nerve-wracking doing the video. It's for the first time that I've done this, and I feel like I really wanted to communicate to you what this actual workshop's about, and first of all tell you a little bit about my background. Seeds of Potential, this workshop, and actually the work that I like to do around jewelry, the idea for it came about at least 10 years ago when I was driving around with my ex-husband in the Cascades and wanting to really connect my jewelry work with my interest in doing personal development and really connecting with people on a very soulful level, so kind of jewelry with a purpose. And my own life kind of really brought me to that point. When I was really little, I was only about 4 years old, and I was living in the Middle East. My brother and I were involved in an accident where essentially the car that was parked right in front of our house, but it was on a little ramp. One of us, I don't know who it was, released the handbrake. It was a stick shift, and it was in neutral, and we rolled back and tumbled down what's called a wadi. And a wadi is one of those deep drainages in the Middle East, in the desert. And somehow, of course, it was one of those days, it was during those days of no seat belts. We got thrown clear out of the car. And I remember, I actually have flashes of memory of looking at the back of the car as it was going backwards. And then I have the memory of actually waking up, but I do not remember what happened in between. And I was actually literally flung out of that car outside onto the rocky surface of the valley floor. I do remember my mom coming running down, picking us both up and washing my head that was covered in blood. And amazingly, no broken bones, but I was paralyzed. I couldn't move. And recently, while I was doing some grounding work, I really got in touch with the fact that there's been this part of me all of my life that never really wanted to be in my body. I don't know whether it was related to that. I know that it was really difficult for my mom after that, and I felt really actually responsible for the pain that she went through afterwards. And the upshot is that around 14 I became anorexic. And I wasn't a very good anorexic because I loved eating, and then eventually became bulimic. And eventually at 18, when I hit my rock bottom of not being able to go out, binging, throwing up, and feeling like my life was completely unmanageable, I ended up seeking therapy, and that was what prompted me to keep moving forward in my life in a really interested in personal growth. One of the things that really, I think I've had to really heal for myself has been being able to integrate the lost parts, those pieces of shame that, those things that we really don't wish we didn't even have. We don't even own them. We project them onto other people, think it's about them when it's actually about us, and we're really, really ashamed. But in order to live a healthy, happy life and to really step fully into who we are, we really need to be able to own everything and bring it back to the fold, bring it back to ourselves. So it really it makes sense now that I should call my business Soul Peace Jewelry, but amazingly, in the last couple of years, I studied shamanic energy healing, which, we do soul peace retrievals, which are little lost aspects of ourselves that we've disowned. They're undercover, and they're not bad. We talk about the shadow, and we think about the shadow being as something bad, but actually it's really a part of us that's disowned, and we've coped, pushed it down, projected it onto other people, created some kind of way of coping with the fact that it keeps wanting to pop up. So I really do believe that things like, even like addictions, are really a call to be able to come back to ourselves and feel whole and feel really complete and feel like we really, really belong to this earth. And having been my journey, it's something that I really want to share with you. So one of the reasons for creating this Seeds of Potential workshop is that I wanted to take people through a journey of being able to do that for themselves, but in a fun way and in a way that they actually create a piece, a jewelry piece. You do not need to have any kind of jewelry experience for this, because we'll be working with precious metal clay, which is this awesome product. It's an organic binder that looks like clay that's actually saturated in silver particles and fine silver, and you can shape it any way like clay, and then it gets fired, and voila, there's your piece. So in this Seeds of Potential workshop, what I'll be doing is guiding you through the journey of getting into that place of, what is it that you really want to be expressing in this place? And most likely, the little pieces that you haven't quite owned are ones that need to be brought in and expressed or integrated or made peace with or honored, and see what gifts they have in order to move forward. So I'll be leading you through some meditation, some guided meditations, some exploration, and then some fun design creative exercises in a really, really safe atmosphere. And then give you a tutorial as to how to make your piece. So when you sign up, I'll be sending you a kit with the precious metal clay and some basic tools and some instructions. I'll give you some, I'll send you a PDF in an email to give you some instructions as to what to do before the actual day. The event is going to start July 18th at 10 a.m. Pacific, and it's going to go on for 3 hours. However, you can email me at any time, message me if you have any questions. And after that, I will also be available for questions and any kind of support. Once your piece is finished, and even if it isn't completely finished in the workshop, you will also have available a prepaid box to send it over to me, and I will fire and finish that piece for you and then send it back to you. So I'm really excited to do this. It's the first time I've actually done this online because of current events. I really, really encourage you to look and see if this is something that really calls to you. If you look at my website, and I will put the link in order to register or for more information below this video. But if you look at my Soul Piece Jewelry business page on Google, you'll see there are a bunch of reviews of people who've worked with me. And especially having done the shamanic work, which really goes in deeply to go into pulling stuff out of the roots in order to clear the way for a much more easeful life, to really express who you want to be in this life, whether it's in your career, with your relationships, and so forth. I know for me personally, it has been a game changer, and I really believe that we all have the power and the wisdom within to be able to create those changes. One of the things that I believe with the Seeds of Potential is that talisman that you create for yourself is a touchstone. So we kind of need reminders, because we'll tend to go off, and it's a way of really grounding into that truth. So whatever symbol it is that you create in that piece, just by the mere fact of putting your hand on it will remind you of where you're headed. And it's a powerful thing to do. We need those reminders. We need that thing to bring us back to center and be present. And it's in that presence that we really truly create. So I hope this actually whets your appetite for more. And please feel free to email me, message me, or even call me. And I would love to do this with you. So the workshop is actually July 18th. However, the registration closes July 3rd, so that to give me time to send you all the packages, which I'm putting together right now. So the sooner the better, and perhaps you have a friend you might like to do it with. The session will actually be the tutorial. The whole session, 3-hour tutorial, will be recorded so that you can watch it later, or if you can't make the date, you could even watch it. However, I will edit it if it is put in any sort of public setting, so that anything that is said in confidence will actually stay there between the group, because I do want you to know that's going to be safe and confidential. So anyway, I would love to have you there, and let's make magic together.